Hello, my name is Shojeta Shubho and I'm gonna talk about some CSS interview questions. The first question is, what is flex layout? Difference between flex and grid layout. Answer: flex layout is flexible blocks layout. Flex layout provides an effective way to align layout and space between items in a container, no matter size is unknown or dynamic. The flex layout works in all kinds of screen size and display devices. Difference between flex and grid layout. Flex is one-dimensional layout where grid is two-dimensional layout. Flex can work with either row and column at a time. On the other hand, grid works with both. Flex can contain elements to extreme alignment and throw space occupying features. Grid can flex combination of item. The second question is, explain CSS position property. What are some difference between absolute position and relative position? Answer: the CSS property specifies how an element will position in any document. There is some syntax like static, relative, absolute, sticky, and fixed in the CSS position property. Difference between absolute and relative position. By relative position, we can set up top, right, bottom, and left position of an element, and that will work from the element's normal position. On the other hand, we also can set top, right, bottom, and left position of an element by absolute position property, and it will adjust its position with respect on its parents. If there is no parents, then it will take document body as a parents. So the third question is, what is a box model and what are different elements of box model? Answer: the CSS box model is essentially a box that contains some properties like the content itself, padding, border, and margin. It is used to create the design and layout of a document, and it is also can be customized. The different elements of a box model are content, where elements appear; padding, create space around content but inside any different border; border, cover the content and padding and allow set style like color, etc. Margin, create space around the element. Okay, the fourth question is, what are different styles of CSS? Okay, CSS, different type of selectors in CSS. CSS selectors are used to select the element you want to style. Different type of selectors. CSS element selector, select HTML element by name. CSS ID selector, select the unique ID attributes of HTML element. CSS class selector, select specific class attributes of an element. CSS universal selector, select all element of a document. CSS group selector, select the group of element by using commas. This fifth question is, what is CSS specificity? The specificity is the weight of CSS selector. If there are more than one CSS role in the same element, then the selector with the highest weight or highest specificity value will be applied. And if multiple selector or declaration have equal specificity, then the last declaration will be applied. Every CSS selector has its own specificity value. Like inline style. Inline style has 1000 specificity value. ID has 100 specificity value. Class, pseudo class, attribute selector has the specificity value is 10. Elements and pseudo elements has specificity value and which is 1. Thanks for your patiently hearing. Thank you.